Speaking of leagues, there's the big leagues and then there's, ACC football. There might be something between the two. I like this one, Corey. Let's go ahead and let's fire up the cameras and let's fire up that generator if you don't mind.
Yank it.
It's generating discussion. It's sparked by Cummins. They're not asking you to spend a single solitary dime. They're just asking you to go over to their Instagram. It's Cummins Lifestyle. And I'm asking you politely, please. Go to Instagram. Give Cummins Lifestyle a follow. The Cummins Own and Unplug Tour is going to be crisscrossing the country, showing off their new generator. And they're going to be doing it in South Bend, Indiana, the weekend of November 9th when the Noles are in town to take on Notre Dame. So go check that out. And again, obviously, follow Cummins Lifestyle. So, Corey, as we mentioned, the levels to this. We're going to go to our guy, Southernmost Seminole. I didn't realize we had viewers in Antarctica.
Yeah. What do you think that means? Key West?
Yeah.
All right, probably. Yeah.
Shout out Andre Otto, by the way. Kid's going to be something.
Wait, is he from Key West?
Yeah.
Oh, he must have been killing kids down there.
I know, right?
I mean, holy moly, that kid's good. I can't imagine there's a lot of talent in Key West. I could be wrong, but man, good for him.
All right, so Florida State ends up in the Big Ten. Who do y'all think would end up being our biggest conference rival? He says Penn State would be a good fit, but he could see us having some epic battles with Ohio State as well. The ratings would be off the charts. What do y'all think?
Yeah, so we can't say Clemson, right?
Correct.
Okay, it's got to be somebody that's already there. Assume that's a good question. Maybe it's just because it's one of my fondest memories from my childhood, but Michigan would be really cool to have a home and home with them every year. Ohio State too, but there's just something about the big house, those two uniforms, the two iconic, maybe the most iconic helmets in college football. The 91 game, the 2016 game, a lot of good time. I know Jabril Peppers didn't play in either.
Correct.
But still, the Casey Weldon and those guys even beat them without Jabril. I'm going to say Michigan. Just something about that program, great history and tradition, awesome stadium, awesome setting, and just more than anything, it's such a vivid, wonderful memory from my childhood.
I think if you're between the ages of 50 and 62, it's going to be Penn State. I think there's still going to be Bowden, Paterno, bad blood. Who's the better coach? We know who the better man was.
Yeah.
I think if you're between the ages of like 30 and 40, it might be Oregon, because Oregon fans still be chirping about that Rose Bowl semifinal game.
Yeah.
And they will not shut up about it. That's like their crowning achievement as a athletic program. And then everybody else, it's going to be Ohio State. And listen, I was you, everybody. Believe it or not, I know I sit here on my high horse sometimes. I look down on you people harassing other people on the internet for their anti-Florida State takes. I probably would have done the same thing when I was 22. I was a nasty, rotten human being sometimes when it came to my favorite football team. The collision between Florida State and Ohio State fans on the internet and in real life is going to be an absolute gong show of just madness and debauchery. Ohio State fans are horrible. They're just terrible.
Okay. All right.
They are beyond arrogant. And listen, I get it. They're one of the best teams in the Midwest. I get it or whatever. But like at my age, like I grew up with them having John Cooper as their head coach and not doing anything of consequence. But they walk around like, Woody Hayes won 6 national titles or something, which he did not. So they're out there in mass everywhere, especially if you're in Florida. If you're in Florida, there's a huge Ohio Midwest quotient of people that end up settling here, and they overtake your sports bars on the weekend, and they wear their Buckeye necklaces, and they yell OH across the bar, and some other guy yells IO. It's going to be a fever pitch when they play. I might call out of work that week just so I can be in the thick of it and just walk around the stands like a fan.
So you're thinking it's more about just the fandom, like, because they're going to be so unbearable.
Oh boy,
that all Florida State fans are going to despise them. Okay, I can see that. That makes it. It's got to be one of the two, right? Like, I don't know that it could be Wisconsin or Indiana. Nebraska would be cool. That's an old time rivalry from back in my childhood too. But right now the programs aren't on the same. It's been like 6 years since Nebraska was even in a bowl. So they're not on the same platform, those two. So yeah, Michigan, it's got to be Michigan or Ohio State. I thought about USC, Oregon, Washington, those newcomers, but yeah, I think it's got to be one of those two. Not that they'd be they wouldn't end up being Florida State's biggest rival. Clearly, those are in-state ones, but in the Big Ten, well, they're the two big dogs, and then Florida State immediately, if and when they join the Big Ten, are going to think of themselves as the big dog. So that's going to create some animosity with those two programs.
Shout out to Southernmost Seminole. He's this week's winner. That means he enters a end-of-month drawing for a free gift bag from Cummins, shirts, power banks, other goodies included, and entered into the grand prize drawing at the end of the year for a portable generator or a portable power station. You got to be a member of Warchant.com. Use a promo code FSU1. You can join for 2 months for only $1. And theoretically, you get 8 chances to get the best question on the show and then getting entered into this drawing. And then you can win a free portable generator, portable power station from a global power leader, Cummins. Give him a follow. Cummins Lifestyle on Instagram. Your favorite football team doesn't stop pushing its limits on the climb to the top, and neither does a global power technology leader like Cummins. Cummins has released its new QG4000i generator and is taking it across the country to show America that whether it's turbo diesel engines or taking it easy in your RV, life is a little bit better with a touch of the Cummins lifestyle. The Own and Unplugged tour is crisscrossing the country, including a stop in South Bend, Indiana, home of Notre Dame, when the Fighting Irish host Florida State on November 9th. FSU will play like a champion. You come by and tailgate like one. Follow Cummins Lifestyle on Instagram for updates, and don't forget to get involved every week in generating discussion on Wake Up Warchant for your opportunity to win free Cummins swag and a chance at a portable generator or power station. Cummins Lifestyle on Instagram. Give it a follow.